Hello, everyone, and welcome to our August 2023 YEFA information webinar. Thank you, everyone, because you could join us today. Our recording will be available on our website afterwards, so if you miss part of the webinar, it'll be there. I'm one of your hosts, Cynthia, and I'm joined here today by Conan, Lily, and Tiffany. Um, Before we talk about our organization, though, we should talk about our founder, Angeline Huang. We're really grateful to Angeline for everything that she's done for us. She's not only a member of AFI, but she's also, of course, our founder and then also on our board of advisors. Even though she couldn't make it here today, we're really appreciative of her.
So in this webinar, we will go over who we are, our mission, what we do, and our plans for the future. At the end of the webinar, we'll have an open Q&A session, so I encourage you all to save all your questions for the end. So founded in January of 2022, YEFA is short for Youth Entrepreneurship Finance Association, and we are an IRS-approved 501c3 nonprofit organization with a mission of increasing finance and investment literacy among the youth. We want to instill hard skills relating to entrepreneurship, finance, and business, but also soft skills like management into youth, who can then apply these skills to real-world situations and create meaningful change. YEFA is fully self-operated, which allows students to act as leaders and run the majority of YEFA's operations under the guidance of adult advisors. Students running operations can earn volunteer hours through YEFA, and the volunteer hours are qualified for the President Volunteer Service Award for U.S. students.
So next up, we have an overview of the major events from the 2022 and 2023 years. You may see some of these event names if you've been following us so far. Any further information you want can be found on our website, www.yefa.org. So, and if you have any questions about our events, feel free to ask during the Q&A session at the end. So first up, we have YSIC. So this is the first event we'd like to talk about, which is the Youth Sustainable Investment Challenge, which features building a real-time stock picking challenge focused on ESG investments. Each team has up to 4 people and takes place across a period of 10 weeks. Each team starts with 1 million virtual dollars, which they'll invest over this period of time. Registration has already opened and will close in September 30th, with the final report describing the trading strategy and everything that the team has done to achieve the results. We will be selecting 30 semifinalists, which will be determined based on a rubric, which will then be invited to submit a video, with our top 10 teams being invited to New York for our final live round. The Youth Sustainable Investment Challenge is an ESG-centered portfolio management competition where students have the opportunity to create and build their own unique investment strategies by testing out various financial instruments. Teams can be individual up to teams or to groups of 3. Again, starts with $1 million. And the top 3 professional teams will be, again, invited to New York. Previously, we have had hundreds of teams compete, making it extremely competitive. Next up, we have YSAC, which is the Youth SDG Art Competition, which is coming up as well, and results from the last year's competition, which can be seen on the website. Every year, we decide a unique topic or issue as the theme of the competition. Usually, we weave it into the United Nations SDG goals, and this year we have chosen the SDG goal of ocean and environmental sustainability. Through art, we hope to see innovative solutions to the environmental problems that plague our societies and progress towards sustainable through creativity. This year's theme hasn't been set yet, but we will be deciding the final details soon. And next up, we have the Financiative Essay. So the Financiative Essay competition is a collaboration between YEFA and Financiative. This competition is a social finance and policy youth essay competition where students will write a short opinion or research-based essay about a solution to address the impact of climate change using social finance.
The next event we have is the Gen Z Career Exploration Seminars, and we'd like to invite Lily to speak about this as she's one of the main hosts of the seminar series.
Thanks, Tiffany, and thank you all for having me. I'm super excited to be here. A brief introduction of myself. I'm Lily. I'm one of the co-founders of the Gen Z Career Exploration Seminar. So, what is this series? Basically, it's an opportunity for us to learn about different future career paths while also exercising things like leadership, public speaking, and organization skills. So, these are seminars that are hosted entirely by students. So, we do all the things reaching out to speakers, planning the different seminars, and running the seminars themselves. So, under that, we have three different divisions. We have the marketing division who prepares the flyers, sends them out through all of our different social medias and outlets. We have the event coordination and outreach division, which reaches out to our different speakers. And then finally, we have our hosting division, which are basically the hosts for our seminars. And if you're part of a chapter of YEFA, you can help us out by joining the Gen Z Career Seminar series as a host in any of our divisions, or you can simply attend seminars for informational purposes. Within this, there's a lot of different benefits and opportunities that you can gain. You can not only learn about different career paths to try to decide what you want to do in the future, but you can connect with a lot of these professionals. We have professionals come in from a wide variety of fields, and really it's a great chance to exercise your marketing, planning, leadership, public speaking, and management skills. So we have a couple examples of previous seminars that we've held. Typically, we hold them in little series. So our first series was our finance series. And this is just some of the speakers we had for our finance series. So you can see a lot of different topics from all across the different things that are covered by finance. We also had a tech series where we had people from Microsoft come in, and we also had somebody who kind of talked about interdisciplinary and intersectional career paths, especially as that's something that I know a lot of youth are interested today. We had a speaker come in and talk about bridging data science with business and how his career kind of played out when he had two different interests in different fields. And finally, we had our student spotlight series. And recently, we had one of our speakers named Oliver, who got into Harvard, share their story about how they did different sorts of activism, student government, and other stories to inspire current high school students or people going into high school so that we can learn from their different experiences and discover what we really want to do with our time in high school. So these are just a couple examples of the different series we had before. And on the next slide, you'll see a QR code. Feel free to scan it if you would like to join our team. It'll take you to our Discord chat where we do a lot of the planning and we have our team. So please don't hesitate to join, get involved, and get in touch.
Thank you so much, Lily. So next event we have is the International High School Social Impact Conference, and this is an annual conference focused on empowering high school students to create positive change through their nonprofits. So through this conference, different nonprofits come together to share their mission and invite other young social entrepreneurs to join them. They present their social initiatives and events to a group of hundreds of active students from around the world. The top three winners in the conference earn cash prizes, which are then used toward bettering their organization and providing more opportunities for their members. In the past, we've had more than 40 nonprofits participate in the conference and showcase their unique organization. In fact, we recently just held our 2023 conference, and there were many fascinating initiatives all geared toward making the world a better place. If you're interested in participating in any of our activities, you should consider starting a YEFA club at your school. With different clubs across the country, we're able to expand our reach and inform more students about our different events and opportunities. You get so many benefits, including gaining access to free financial literacy and investment classes, and access to all of our conferences and competitions with cash prizes. Hours volunteered for the club also qualify for the President's Service Award. This is an opportunity for students to step up as a leader and enhance their local community impact. Currently, we have 55 clubs around the world and would love to continue to expand. We encourage you to create a YEFA club at your school to gain leadership experience and broaden your impact. We have a QR code up on the screen, and if you would like to register for a club, you can scan it.
We also have a podcast called The Very Good Podcast, where its hosts are actually me and Grace, who you might have seen around if you've participated in any of our events. We co-head the marketing department, so it's us marketing department support to the marketing department. On the podcast, we talk about the general high school experience and our opinions on things that could, cause worry for other people our age. When our first episode releases, I hope that everyone can check it out. As we mentioned earlier, YEFA is completely student run. We have a team that manages all of the events and activities. We're looking for new members to volunteer with us and join the YEFA team. We have different departments from marketing to finance to programs and events. We're currently looking for people to join the finance and departments department, but if you're looking to join a different department, we still encourage you to apply. The requirements to join are that you must be able to volunteer a few hours a week, 3 to 5. Since we do host multiple events and we are actively growing, we hope that you can be active on our Discord because that's where the bulk of our communication is held. And ideally, you have some previous teamwork leadership experience, but it's not required. And with that, let's wrap it up. So check out our website, follow us on Instagram, join our WeChat, follow our Reddit, subscribe to our newsletter, and join our Discord server to keep up with the latest news about all things YEFA related. If you have questions about anything, you can contact us on any of the platforms, shoot us an email, or ask us right now because we're gonna open up the Q&A session. So if you have any questions right now, feel free to ask. Prizes for competitions are determined through our team. So we um communicate with our finance department and see what funding we have. And then we decide the competitions based on like last year's or like previous year's um cash prizes and prize pools. But if you want more detailed information, it's on our website. So you can go to our website and then look into any event, and the cash prizes from the previous fund should be there. In the original YSIC event form, it said only 3 total participants per team. Um, that's interesting. Okay.
I think it's still 3 participants in a team. I think we might have just said 4.
No, Alex. Sorry. If you want to apply to join our YEFO team, then the QR code, no, not the QR code. It's not on here. We'll send the link into the chat. If someone could get that into the chat for me, that would be really appreciated. We have a Google form that you can just fill out, and then we'll get back to you as soon as possible. YEFA has worked with other organizations and nonprofits. So our Financiative essay competition basically is a collaboration between us and Financiative, which is another finance-based student organization. And we're always looking into collaborating with other nonprofits as well to, further our message about entrepreneurship and finance. Fundraising is generally done through our finance department. So it's like grants and then applying for grants and also just fundraising just in general. I guess it's 3 participants for the Y6. Sorry for the confusion. I thought it was 4. Yeah, sorry about that. There are no requirements for competitions for registering, but there are requirements for each individual competition to progress to the next stage, and all of those rules are also on our website. YSIC, like the competition start date is October 2nd. I believe the website has um updated dates. I think they just were updated. So if you go to our YSIC page and then scroll down, you should see the timeline. Um, Registration is open though. So all of our, because YEFA is an international organization, we don't do in-person volunteering or events. Um, so all of the volunteering would just be volunteer work towards YEFA events and such. Our current YEFA work team is 20-ish people. Um, yeah, it's about 20 people. Thank you, Bill. If there aren't any other questions, no other questions. Um, are there any other events we're planning? Have so all of the events on here, like on this presentation that we just presented, are like our major events, but we are like planning some other possible collaborations with other nonprofits. Um, so I mean, keep in the loop for that, follow our socials, and then um when we have something new announced, then you'll be the first to know. The next webinar, this webinar is going to be probably a semi-annual event, so twice a year. Um, and yeah, so that is that. The recording of this webinar will be posted on our website and also our YouTube. So if you missed any part of this webinar, you can find it on there. Oh, okay. I can do that. Yeah, sure. Let me just pull it up. Okay. So this is you guys can see this, right? Yes. Okay, cool. So this is our homepage and our so we just removed yes. Okay, so we have YSAC, the Gen Z career exploration, which Lily presented for everyone, and then YSIC, which is our investment challenge, as our main three programs right now. But if you want to see any of our programs, we have the programs drop down, which has everything. And we have okay, so this was last year's YSAC, the 2022, and then it's our team, and then about us, so our mission message, and also our team, and then our partners. So for example, if you wanted to learn more about YSIC, um, so here are our cash prizes. I don't know if they're up to date, but there's our cash prizes. And then our competition overview. The dates and timelines are here, and then rules, etc. are here. If you want to register for a YEFA club, it's right here. And then also there's volunteer hour reporting for our YEFA members. Anything else? That was kind of fast. So if you have any questions, feel free. For the newsletter, so it's right there. Our mailing list is our newsletter. So if you could scan the QR code, if not, I'm sure someone could find the link. It's also on our website, actually. So if you scroll all the way down here, yeah. So however you want to do that, we send emails like bi-weekly or something. Tiffany's probably more clear on that, but it's like twice a month or something. And it always has
Yeah, we
our
send emails. Yeah, we send emails bi-weekly. Yeah, and they have information with all of our upcoming events and all the seminars too. So, and the QR code to keep up to be updated with all of our events.
um are there any other questions? I'm gonna mm. Okay, as always, any questions after the webinar can be directed to our oh any questions after this webinar can be directed to our email, info@yefa.org, which is not on here, sorry, but info@yefa.org, and then or our Instagram, Discord, WeChat, anything. Um, what's your biggest takeaway from being a YEFA member? You're really putting me on the spot here. Um, I think without YEFA, I wouldn't have come into contact with an amazing community of people, high school students, so people my age who are, diligent, intelligent, and they also have similar interests to me, which is really uncommon, especially in common curriculums, because, math, science, English, history are generally the four major subjects. So things like entrepreneurship and finance aren't really touched upon in school. So I really appreciate having an organization that lets me further my interests um, in finance and entrepreneurship and economics and similar things. I think really putting me on the spot here. I think the YEFA team is pretty collaborative. Everything's a group effort, and we do have a structural system that I think works really well for us. And generally, I do enjoy like my time in YEFA, if that answers your question. And Tiffany and Conan, if you want to jump in, feel free.
Yeah, I would describe YEFA as much of the same. It's very collaborative. Like again, everyone here shares a common interest, which I think is a major highlight of the organization. You can always count on meeting people that have your interests. But at YEFA, everyone is very much on the same page, and we love working together and hosting these events for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, adding on to like the biggest takeaway, I would say in addition to like meeting a lot of amazing people, you also gain a lot of practical skills like growing your social media or marketing towards a group of high school students or just like organizing all of the like webinars and events. So it's definitely very like educational and like um a great learning opportunity. And yeah, the team is very collaborative. As we mentioned before, there are different departments, so we all work together to make our events.
Um, How easy is it to propose new initiatives in YEFA? So, I would say that it's pretty easy because we're a rather relatively small group, and since all the departments are, you know, collaborative, um, just anyone can just propose something, and then if it works, it works, you know? How international is YEFA and its activities? So, pretty international, I would say. The TLDR. We do have people from Canada and China, and our IHSSIC event saw teams from all around America and China, and I believe somewhere I'm blanking on the place. But yeah, it's I would say pretty international.
And just to add on a little bit, just because I want to jump in about the question about proposing new initiatives at YEFA, I think like Cynthia mentioned, like YEFA really does encourage initiative, innovation, different types of new events. Gen Z seminars was something that I proposed. So it's very easy. And now we've been doing it for almost a year. So we do encourage all these new ideas. And if you're somebody who has a lot of ideas, then we encourage you to join YEFA.
Okay, so a student already launches nonprofit, but he would like to expand his nonprofit to more people. Okay, so I would say our main platform for, you know, nonprofits and expanding their audiences is our conference, so IHSIC, which unfortunately just happened. So um, or sorry, yeah, he just missed it. So he could wait for next year, so our IHSSIC 2024, or he could propose a collaboration with YEFA, reach out to us through email or Instagram or, something similar, and then propose a collaboration like we have with our Financiative essay competition. Um, you don't need to have experience in finance specifically in order to join YEFA, no. We're just looking for people who will be, diligent and collaborative and hardworking and is willing to contribute the hours required to, support the YEFA team.
I also want to add that YEFA is a great place to learn finance. If you have some curiosity about the field, you can meet people who maybe know more than you about the field and then help run contests rather than just competing in them. So I would say, yeah, YEFA is also a great place to learn finance if you have that interest.
Yeah, and YEFA has like different departments with like operations, marketing. There's like different departments. So if you don't have specifically have experience in finance, but you're interested like in another topic, you can just apply to be not specifically in the finance department, but something else.
Okay, so if there aren't any more questions, I'm gonna jinx myself, but if there aren't any more questions, no? Um, okay. Allison, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think it's perfect. So we can wrap it up today. And so we will share the recording of the webinar in our WeChat groups and also through the email and of course on YEFA's website. Okay, thank you guys so much today. You guys did a great job. Yeah.
Thank you everyone for coming.
Okay, I will turn off the Zoom. So, okay, thank you guys so much. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
Allison.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.